I'm trying to go and move. Well, I mean, what you actually said is I'm going to be really blow it up with the vacuum. Put water on it. But anyway,
Rittenhouse Square. Those of you watching at home, we're going to go live. We are live, but we're going to go. GA should start soon. It's about 7:07, and there's like 1,000 people here, and they're all invited because it's a gorgeous April night. And well, this is the People's Revolution, so they should all take part. It's all for them. So yeah, stick around. We're going to start probably I would say like 20 minutes. There's all the folks that are sleeping over in front of Bank of America. They all coming tonight?
There are like 5 of them taking goods to someone's house. And they'll be
okay.
not really. So it doesn't help me that one like
We're saying like hi. Wow. I mean, the original intention was that I didn't want them to do stuff over there with all of them. No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
what's this all about?
It's Dennis not being responsible for what he was supposed to do. He's the one that's supposed to be yeah, and I mean the problem is like leaving them with them there with the gigantic
I think your puppy wants to occupy.
I know.
Is he still down there? Dennis, is he still at Independence Mall? He didn't want to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, bye.
Like, everybody going over to help the people, so like, every 5 minutes, here I'm going, I fucking hate him, he's such a fucking asshole. Like, oh no. That'll be fun. I just don't understand why he's saying the rest of the stuff.
What was it about GA when we first started that made people want to come to soapbox? Not the productive work, but it made them want to come to soapbox. Why don't they want to do that now? For those of you who haven't met my friend Neil,
Hello. Doing a quick pan, all these people here are invited. The full house tonight at Rittenhouse Square. They're all invited to come to General Assembly.
well, good luck, media ignoring
Going.
I'm not sure where it got around about it. Because I didn't know until about 30 minutes.
It wasn't on the schedule.
Should I run over to Friend Center?
They would be at Independence Mall.
I could run down there.
You know, but I hear that bowling is like my marriage.
You Yeah, I don't know. I got my phone.
I love having a lot of people walking in all activities.
I went to
It's actually a great place to be.
like the one thing we should have. Rowdy. Rowdy, I gotta finish my article. How we,
What else do we need on the website?
Make sure that
Not my. I meant like anything else.
that's one of the things I want to have. Yeah, there's a lot of cool people. Hey, Josh. Mercy. Hey, Mercy. Hey, you interested in having a powwow before GA? Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, quick powwow, pre-GA powwow. We're gonna just see what's going on over here. See what the buzz is.
My only concern is if it's alienating before GA already.
Oh, Saturday. I mean, I thought you could get. Part of the thing is I'm not clued in on the other things going on in GA. Other than like what we talked about that one meeting. If there's other stuff going on, I don't know it.
What's the Mayday discussion?
Where? Oh, I love that you pointed it out. Cool. It's like cool.
Glutton. I was like,
so basically, the gist of it was that like the plan that we have for Mayday, it seems like the big crescendo action there is
I'm moving to West
the labor thing, where we think that like I guess we call a spade a spade. Those of us who are kind of like new to this activism thing and like just want to like blow it out of the water. Wanted to see if we could do something like that to complement those actions. And so we were just hoping to have a little
yeah, but also just like. I just, like it's a long day, you know. Like there are a lot of hours each day.
I pay.
Right?
Yeah,
I
we're
just
kind
feel
of like doing a little. We're talking about Mayday stuff.
adding.
We haven't actually started yet.
I just feel like it's not going to be as big as it deserves to be.
Waiting for some more people to filter in.
And so I just wanted to kind of like reach out to people who were not at the meeting that we had, to bring them in on like what's already underway, and to just kind of like proliferate the possibilities. Like that's really all it was done.
I'm not worried about the unless it's the labor.
I moved in for one
I called that meeting last week to say like exactly what you're proposing.
How much is the lease? I got that one.
No, you said you were coming.
I got you.
I can't put it up because in my lease, if I
Yeah, we could still do something big.
No, I know it.
The march that's happening in West Philly now is
I should have done it back in January.
being run by IAC workers more.
They don't know shit.
The people that originally come up with the idea of in West Philly. I don't want to say stay away from that. I don't want to say.
I just got a call yesterday. I got a call yesterday on the 20th that my rent
but it's also not necessarily people ignore it.
I was lazy this time. 20 days.
And that's the only thing that's planned. Well, there will be the shift, so.
Somebody's not coming around.
So if we could,
You can hire some
and that's the messaging for that type of approach. I mean, if we come up with something for like the mid.
I know, and it's even.
I make it through.
So you can like
With a friend about the homework to do.
You know, it's funny. It's like
That's
money.
So if we could do that in conjunction.
Like I was the other day, and it was like the rich guy, and it's like here's how I want data.
The day right before finish, like maybe not talk about.
Same thing. When I was working.
So.
What was I getting next?
And it wasn't just me. It was.
Billy Bob's here is on the other side of the camera for once. I felt the raindrop too. Yeah.
Yeah, alright, now I really feel it.
Is that a backup plan? Should we go into the TD Bank lobby?
The house that we're buying, and then an apartment in Charlotte from North Carolina.
Our backup plan is
Oh, it was. Yeah. 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 So just a quick update. We're still waiting for more people to show up. I was over filming the little discussion over about May Day, and I got some plans they didn't want to broadcast live, so I thought I would duck out and let them have their little powwow, and the public will find out about that soon enough, whatever that is. So we're still waiting for more people to come by to get going here.
Here they come.
I was going to say it, then I remember.
Who are you calling? Who are you calling?
Come on, Tim.
All right.
Who are you calling?
You. Okay, so Anna, professor at last minute came by and she's like, I live off of 21 in Walnut. You can throw your stuff there. So that's
That's fantastic.
there's just a couple minimal things that we don't want.
Okay.
That wagon being one of them.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob has met. But I don't think I've ever had a really good extended conversation. We should do that. Yep. The brain is like it.
So what are you saying? It's not in here to go after her place, or you need to tour at my place?
Wagon's gonna have to go.
You have the vision of great
Wagon's
minds.
gonna have to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you guys pack a big migrate blanket? Very short line. Okay. So it's starting to rain. It starts to rain. So it's being sheltered.
Okay. What are indoor places that can hold enough as this right here?
Around the corner.
Close.
Rosie's closed.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
Let's go to Cozy.
Let's go to
Temperature
Cozy.
check.
And get cozy. Woo!
It's literally supposed to rain in about
Now.
10 minutes.
All right, it is starting to rain, so we're gonna. I'm gonna keep it live, and I'm gonna just.
They have Wi-Fi here.
Oh, they have Wi-Fi, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I can just get the netbook going and we'll bag the Ustream thing. So, yeah, I'm going to follow everybody down the street, keep it live, and then when we get there, maybe I'll set up and get the netbook going. All right, let's move.
Can I assist?
I just need my bag, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah, if they got Wi-Fi there, I got the netbook and the webcam. I could just stream off that if I have to. Alright, actually pretty good turnout, you know, for a Saturday. Usually Saturday's pretty light. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. It's like about 15. For Saturday, that's pretty decent. Give me a second, kids. I'm just folding up my tripod. Make it a little easier to carry. Keeping everything on the tripod just makes it more convenient. All right, this is actually good because I don't think I have enough battery life to last through until 9 o'clock or whatever. 19th to Market. All right, 19th to Market. I guess they don't have Wi-Fi over there, but that's all right. Maybe there's a signal I can steal. Who knows? You can? You got a hotspot? All right. I think we got Wi-Fi. Nice.
That's that one kid. You want it now?
No, wait till we get over there. I got enough to go. They're streaming me, so it's cool. All right.
What's it?
This is like a march. We should have a march.
That campaign wouldn't be.
Sure.
Where are we going? 19th?
Yeah, you are. It's yours.
It's yours.
I got this job because my dad.
I'm going to get an umbrella out so my phone doesn't get wet.
Everybody knows my dad's the son of a preacher man. You get a job.
This is fun, kids. I think it's a little more interesting than your average GA.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's great. I love when I do that. But anything with winnable war in there. Ariana? I met two of the nurses that live in They were at college. And like I say, but that's where he already got it. They went down like, hi, I want to talk to your mother. We did that here. We did that here actually. I thought of it outside. No, you're on the phone. Right. And I was like, you guys should go now. Get a training or something. Right then. Train them in something. Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were training on how. They went down and talked to them and talked about doing something in there.
Colin, you got wagon duty.
Oh, I do, huh?
Yeah.
So I just got voluntold.
You got voluntold. You don't have a pack on?
What is in the wagon before I start? I don't want it to be
Nothing illegal.
Oh, peanut butter. I don't know about this.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it is.
This is a migratory GA.
Barnes & Noble is that way, so that'd be Walnut. It would be faster. Colin's actually right. Okay.
All right, we're moving. Are these guys coming?
They're coming.
Billy Bob's hanging back. He's meeting some people. Somebody dropped the razor.
We should have hopscotches for everything.
You can't get that on an airplane, just so you know.
So Nate, in his ultimate wisdom, asked me, or asked a group of us, why there are less people coming to Soapbox is their problem. And I offered him that I think the mass media has vilified Occupy so much. And they've also stopped covering us. And every time they cover us with a negative, like, spin that people don't want to be involved. I don't know. Do you think that's true? Do you think that's false?
I think there's something in pop culture that's got them all distracted, to be honest with you. It's got to be. People were really on board in the fall, for the most part.
It's really good.
Yep. I have ponchos.
Yeah, I do. People have a short attention span now. It's not like it was 30 years ago. I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately too. It's
No, I thought about that too.
it's weird.
I can understand that because at the math machine, you know, the ATM machine,
Yeah.
people take too long to start to stop.
Yeah, you're only there for like less than a minute and a half.
Yeah.
You know?
And then all of a sudden you get the heavy breathers and like issues.
Yeah.
And I noticed too, like if there are too many people online, people start to get upset, whereas before they would be kind of cool with it,
Yeah.
kind of deal. But I wonder if, like, our attention span has gotten so short
You know, it was everybody was into it in November, and then
It's not that our attention span has gotten shorter, it's we expecting instant. So, like, instant gratification.
they were expecting instant revolution, and it takes years. It took 8 years to end the Vietnam War, and it didn't happen right away.
But wait, hold on. I did read that, like, in the 40s, when Pearl Harbor was bombed, Congress was able to come together within 3 days
Yeah.
and get their act together, literally and proverbially, for the U.S.
Sure.
In 3 days. So I know it's
It looked on the radar like we might be in the clear for a couple hours, but I guess the rain had its own ideas.
tomorrow there's like a big thunderbolt on it.
Yeah. We need it desperately.
Yeah, we do. We have fault lines everywhere showing.
Yeah. All right, so we're on our way to the stock exchange, which, while it doesn't have the public exposure of Rittenhouse, which was dynamite with a lot of people around, it certainly has the symbolism of really what we're all about and what got this started in the first place. So, not a bad call. It's kind of a bummer that the rain is pissing on our parade, but we'll make do somehow. What are you guys going to do tonight, if you're going to stay out tonight?
Good question.
You got somewhere that's sheltered?
Oh yeah, because last night.
Uh-oh. Rain's coming down faster.
Right, that's
We got a nice covered area here in the stock exchange.
And she knows everybody in town. She just knows everybody. Right. You walk down the block with it, she knows five stores. Right.
Haven't had a heavy rain in 2 months. It's got to pick tonight.
You know? And so she's like, yeah. She said it, and she's like, boy, you think that was early. Yeah. And like, got in the car. He was like,
Perfect. Perfect. All right.
Better?
Shelter from the storm. All right. Forgive the shake, people. I'm just putting my tripod out. Give me 1 second here. Let me get my stuff. I'm going to get this going. Get the netbook set up. I'll let you know when I'm ready. All right, I'm going to try to set up on the netbook, and I got a camera on that too, so we may not need. You know what? I'm gonna keep it going because I think Mike's got me mirrored pretty good, and we're in pretty good shape. So I think we're just gonna let this go. Right? We're fine.
There's a bunch of Wi-Fi's around here too, but I don't know which ones work yet.
Let's see if I can get one on the netbook.
Sure.
Looks like a watch. Mike, if you're listening, Miser has a hotspot, but I think if we're good with the mirror, I think we're just going to let it go. I'm going to step back a little bit, a wider view. Here comes security, just so you know.
Thank you. I appreciate the notice.
They tossed it up?
yeah.
Very nice.
It was like last night they came out with their like coming out day. Did they really? They're big. Wherever the little park, the whole place is like
Any consolation will be gone in life.
yeah, I mean, remember the viral video that came out online? I know about it as a thing. And these guys who won this, like, fundamentalists, and like, you got called around the streets naked. Here. They got called out, you know, for being fundamentalists that were, I mean, that's literally their comfortability. People think that they're being like stage babies. Apparently right now, it's calling out.
Yes.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, we're live.
What is yours?
I got 9, but Mike Scotco has me mirrored, so whoever's on his.
Is that a 4 or 4S?
He says keep going. What's
Is
that?
that a 4 or 4S?
It's a 4.
How do you like it?
I love it. I love it.
I had a 3GS at one point.
My wife has the 4S, and that's nicer. But this,
You notice a real big difference at all?
not really.
The speed, I guess. Speed of phone.
I don't even use her, so I don't know. Mine's great. Works great. Just another quick update. The security guard here at TD Bank under here at Stock Exchange. What?
The security guard for the entire building, I believe.
Okay, so Stock Exchange security is calling the cops. So I don't know. This may be the first time ever that GA gets chased away. I don't think this has ever happened before. So
I mean, here's the thing.
actually, it looks like the rain's letting up. We could always just move across the street. We have to.
No, but like for all the worst, I mean, we got parking garages over here that we can probably have.
This is the nomadic GA. All right, we got plenty of places for cover, so if we get thrown out,
Even if the cops come and we tell them that we're going to be gone at 9,
and we'll stay to our true to our word. I mean, yeah. They know you guys are out here. They've known it for how long? We're going to be out of here by 9, so it's while we're waiting, I'm going to see if I can get a Wi-Fi. Maybe I can actually watch my own stream. That'd be awesome. I'm going to need this netbook anyway for the battery. It's about an hour. Raindrop Cafe. Let's see what you got here.
No, I mean, I haven't had a good fortune to meet like a big fatty camera or probably like. I haven't had a good fortune
Okay. I hear more people strutting up.
I tried to call her to let her know that it was going to be down here. Yeah, I raised it. Hey, how do you feel? Better. Much better. Shane, are they on their way down? Are they on their way down? Have any other problems? Nobody else. Do I really look at it? Okay.
Just going through all the available Wi-Fi networks. That was a trolley going by. If I can get a Wi-Fi, I should be able to get on the chat, which would be very cool. Crown Plaza. They gotta have some. There's about 25 networks here, and I can't get on a single one of them. Let's see if Crown Plaza guest has anything for me. Usually hotels are open to the public. Unable to connect. Alright, I'm going to spin it around. More people here. Enough view of me. I don't need that.
It's actually Thomas, but Thomas got on the Thomas. But they got
Occupy Earth is streaming us. Yeah. So, for those of you on Occupy Earth who may be just checking in, we left Rittenhouse Square, which is a lovely park in Center City, Philadelphia, and it started raining, so we had to leave there, and we're now at the undercover at the Philadelphia Stock Exchange, 19th and Market, and we were immediately met by a security guard who said he's calling the cops, but we're just going to carry on anyway, and we should be getting underway shortly. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any wireless networks. I'm putting this thing away. Keep it on in case I need to get power. So, we're out of here. Well, we're not out of here. This Netflix out of here for now. Wait for the heat to come. Okay, but po-po, as it were. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. Like 13, and I know there were a bunch of people still at Rittenhouse waiting for them. Occupy Philly General Assembly. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still going on. This is our General Assembly. We do it 3 nights a week.
Your General Assembly?
Yes.
How you gonna say you know what went wrong with the other one?
Oh yeah, lots of things went wrong. They still go wrong, but we carry on anyway.
Well, what was the biggest thing that went wrong?
The biggest thing that went wrong was the mayor kicked us out of Dilworth Plaza.
No, that wasn't the biggest thing. I mean, in my opinion, I thought some of the things were okay. Is the homeless thing moving around?
Well, the homeless had somewhere to go finally, so I thought it was inevitable.
Your budget got strange.
Yeah, but they don't even have a budget now, and there's not much of a budget now, really.
No, it's
still operating without money.
No, it's not.
Right. Take it easy.
So yeah, I think some of us don't know each other. Actually, Devin, like you may not know some of these guys. If you guys would like, we can kind of circle in here and introduce ourselves to each other. Help get to know each other. You gentlemen are welcome to join in, please.
Not right now.
Okay.
But we'll listen.
What's your name?
Anonymous.
Anonymous. I like it.
Famous Anonymous.
Famous Anonymous.
Nice.
Like that.
I'm
We got
Mike.
some bystanders, so this is very
I spent
cool.
Most of the winter in a tent in Occupy, Delaware. Now I'm in Philly. My name is Shane. I probably one of the newer members of Occupy. Actually made fun of you guys for a long time because I didn't know what you were about until I discovered that you guys actually stand for how I was put it slightly hostile-y taken over by the bank on my home, and I offered them quite a substantial amount of money to pull my home out of foreclosure, and it still didn't work. And I'm very grateful I did meet up with you guys, and I've learned a lot, I continue to learn a lot, and I'm just, God bless us.
Hey, my name's Colin. I've been in and out, occupied building here and there. I was around in the sort of right in the beginning. But I'm a union organizer. I've been organizing a campaign at Langhorne. So I disappeared for a little while because we had a big fight and we won the fight. But came back to say what's up and stick my head in. I went away for a couple weeks, but I'm definitely still involved. I want to stay involved. You guys are out here.
Did I miss something there?
Hey, Paul, I work for the same local as Colin. I'm on a campaign out in Pittsburgh right now, so I'm not really, I'm in and out. I was here a little bit in the beginning, for the labor working group, but glad to be here and see what's going on.
Hi, Matt. I was here a bit in the fall and just got started a few weeks ago, just trying to get back into things.
Hi, my name's Dan. Hi, I'm Tim. I'm on food committee.
Woohoo!
Hey, I'm Ivanka, and I'm working on April 25th, the $1 trillion debt day for student debt surpassing credit card debt. We're going to have an unconference kind of style. So basically, what that means is you can take the bus to Independence Mall between 11 and 7, and if it rains at all, which it certainly might, we'll be at the Friends Center in the Martin Luther King Room, and we're going to ask people to come and teach about a whole bunch of different stuff in economics, about debt, about reform, and that means whoever shows up can be a teacher. And you'll get a piece of cardboard, you'll write the name of your class, and hopefully we'll have lots of people there willing to listen. So it's very unconference style, each one teach one kind of thing. And just heard from New York today, they're having a special series of lectures from about 1-ish to 4:30, and we are going to try to sync them so that we can respond to them and watch their lectures as they're going on.
Awesome.
So just wanted to let you know, a lot of good stuff going on, but we need you. So live stream, please adopt Occupy Philly on Facebook so you can get the event invite, or just show up from 11 to 7 at Independence Mall between 5th and 6th of Market. And if it's raining or bad weather, then go to 1506 Cherry Street in the Martin Luther King Room, where we'll be waiting for you. So come and give us a piece of your mind. 2 cents included. Thanks. I guess we're back to me now. I'm Brandy. I'm originally from Occupy Delaware, and just like Michael, I spent all winter out in a tent, and now I'm here. I don't really have a working group except bank sleeping and national gatherings.
Me? Matt. Matt, live stream.
Turn around, Matt, so they can see you.
I did. All right, back
Live
to
stream rocks.
Okay.
So,
We have permission to film anybody.
what would you like to have? I acknowledge, I can't speak for everyone, I personally acknowledge your statement of concern, and Maurice, would it be possible you give us a half hour, please? And we'll clean anything up. But I understand. Would you give us a half hour? We'll clean anything up. If you want, give us a broom. We'll sweep up for you.
Carry in, carry out.
All right. I guess we obviously have to make this quick. No. Not at all.
Not until we're forced out.
He can't make it leave. Yeah. He's doing his job. Yeah. He's told and asked them to leave. And then hear us. And then we said no. We were like, really?
So this is the Philadelphia Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why they're upset?
Right.
Oh.
We hurt somebody's feelings.
Oh, they have feelings.
Darn. If money is the root of all evil, like this is that root in Philadelphia. Like this is where it happened. This whole area.
What's traded here?
There's 2 Goldman Sachs buildings or offices in this building alone.
Are they on the marquee?
Sorry. You want to know what's funny? I didn't get that much attention when they were foreclosing in my house. All they said was get out.
Yeah, you wouldn't know by looking at it.
The other office, they actually have another one on 1735 Market.
And you wouldn't know that this is the stock exchange, right?
I'm so sorry.
Unless you have business to do here.
So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. We've been sleeping in front of Bank of America the last, I don't know, the last couple of days, 2 or 3 days now. Losing track of it.
This will be our third night.
I don't know if anybody's going to sleep under there tonight. We're supposed to get some rain, and there's supposed to be rain coming in and out for the next couple of days. So people, I know that there's a lot of talk about not sleeping there for the next couple of days until it clears up. It'll be like Wednesday.
Maybe Tuesday. It's positive.
Right, there we go. So that gives us an opportunity. Probably the biggest General Assembly, or just about the same size General Assembly I've seen on a Saturday, really ever. That's good night.
You know what I was thinking? Do you think before we leave we make a dollar sign for our bodies and live stream it?
Good idea.
I think there's enough of us.
We'll make some chalk out, huh?
Yeah.
I'll only do it if the market very public. You know what I even think would be more fun? If we did it naked. Well,
I would get that on live stream.
I know we don't have blocks.
Yeah. Good for you, not for me. All protection. You're welcome to do that.
Now, what's the difference between naked and naked?
Naked means you're naughty balls.
Now, naked means you got no clothes on.
Yeah.
Naked means you ain't got no clothes on. You have some.
Yeah. So.
Thanks for the education.
Are we doing a conversation now?
What is the plan?
I think it's chalk out live.
For GA. Proposal? That's my proposal for GA.
That'd be question before, I believe, for
I should put before.
all right. Do you have questions?
Historically speaking, the last couple of weeks, since we've been out occupying space, most of the decisions have been consensus and actually not been. Based on our principles of creating outward statements of defiance against the economic system as it stands, is why we're at the
Solidarity.
Philadelphia. Right. This sounds like a great symbol to make in efforts of that defiance. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about that?
No. If the numbers are low enough, I mean, it makes sense.
Anyone against it?
No.
All right. That's consensus. It doesn't sound like there's any strong concern. So it sounds good.
So when can we do it?
Close the meeting will go.
All right. Before they sit down?
Right.
I'm not going to sit down.
we're all kind of going in different directions, probably.
After
Is
the
there
end of the CA.
do you want to set up a reuniting point after the rain breaks, or?
Yeah. We get one PA. We'll be
Well, I think we should talk about May Day.
Agenda. This is just a
Open mic forum.
Well, why don't we start with the guys at the student loans, where they're at, what's going on.
Well, I'm kind of curious to hear what if they work towards, or if there's anything that's planned or works to form that would be kind of
national gathering, you mean?
that too.
Or the one you were on Sunday?
Yeah, the strategy one last.
Oh, strategy. Yeah. Long-term strat.
I don't think anything did. I don't think the plan was
Long-term strategy came up with their strategy.
Yeah.
designed it. They're worried that like we're not going to
Last I heard, the notes were being transposed from live stream into like written form.
Okay.
So that way people can reference stuff.
Okay.
That's what I heard is going on.
Yeah, I was just wondering when we're going to bring some of those things up at GA and start.
Good question.
Where do you stand right now with your personal? Where do you stand with your loan now? Are you called? Are you?
No, it's not much just paying it off, but it's more of the amount.
Is
Yeah.
anybody taking you down right now? Or I'm going a little slow. What's going on?
Yeah, I pay it off.
Are you going to try to attend April 25th Debt Day?
Yeah.
That
I think I might be part of that.
super educational. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really not familiar with the student debt schedule, to be honest, but like I said, I'm more with the bank stuff.
We're trying to get people up student debt, but also talk to people with credit card debt. Because it's coincidental that the present and the future, if you will, workers have so much debt on their back. And you think that's kind of a really unusual situation? How does that come into being?
And what basically happens is you wind up becoming a hamster on a wheel, you know, chasing the carrot that you're never going to get.
You become a slave to that debt.
And that is exactly how the financial institutions set it up. They enjoy it being that way because now you're locked in.
And intentionally, your credit score is always going to be really low.
Even if your credit score goes up, they have a way. Like for example, I just got a loan finally, and when I was applying for the loan, I thought my credit score was worse than it is. Even though they showed it to me like
I checked online.
Looks
good.
I was like, oh wow, great! So I'm gonna get a good deal on loan.
Mike Scottus and
they have all these reasons why
Occupy
not.
Your
I guess
Path, too.
underneath the surface of it all, there are other like sort of communications that the credit has to necessitate.
Probably around 50 viewers altogether.
Where they actually are able to conversate with each other about all kinds of things about your past, about your financial past, your current financial situation. That goes far beyond your credit score. Your credit score is like a dinosaur. All these other ways have a very complicated formula. Like how much of a risk you are. So credit score is like just like one piece of that puzzle that they look at.
Isn't it amazing though that we live in a country where the credit score is more important to people than your social security number or your date of birth. That blows my mind. But just even your relationship.
Or your interest in
Or who you are.
Who you
they don't
are.
care who you are as a person. They want to see what that number is.
Do you ever check your credit score online? You have a free credit score. It don't really matter. Main part of ever checking your credit report, you should make note that they have everything in a list that you have ever done. Like I was late on one thing. My dad put my cell phone that I had in high school under my name, even though I was under 18, and he forgot to pay it. And now that's mine.
And that's going to follow you the rest of your life. That will never go away.
Well, you should try to ask the financial aid officer to reveal the formula that they use to figure out how much money you'll get from financial aid. I don't even know how much I'll get. I had to do a dependency override, which means I get less because of it. If I put all of my dad's information onto my FAFSA or my grant, I would have gotten more. Then that means I would be locked into having to make sure all of the tax information was sent to the government. While I was in college. That was going to be
I'm at a point in my life where I'm 41 years old. If I can, I will never rely on credit for anything again. If I can't afford it cash,
good.
I'm done. I don't own credit cards anymore. I refuse to ever mortgage another home. There's plenty of things out there where I can buy a home that's been condemned, and I'm fortunate enough to where I'm farming where I can rebuild it myself and do what I have to do. Eventually someday I'd like to start to spend more vacation where I can help other people do that. It's absolutely ridiculous when financial income trends, literally trends. And as far as formula, if you're asking about a formula, if it doesn't benefit the rich, they're not interested.
That's what it's really about. They look for a way to figure out, like, okay, we can give you this much of a rate and this amount of time and this thing, because they figure, like, you're just going to be able to make that, and, like, they got to calculate how much profit can we make. That's the bottom line. They don't care about your investment in the community and all that stuff. It's like, that's secondary.
Why I am pro-union labor. Union labor
They borrow from the Fed at almost 0% interest, while they're lending at 5 to 20% to us. And they use $25 billion of their bailout to purchase Merrill Lynch. And within that, they fired one of their employees. They fired one of their employees when they were merging with Merrill Lynch because she found papers showing fraudulent purchases. They're facing over a dozen class action lawsuits, and they're guilty of foreclosing on over 5,000 active military families. They had to pay a $137 million fine for rigging bids for 5 years with municipal bonds. And they were forced to pay $410 million for bogus overdraft fees last November. They were implicated in robo-signing, which is basically a fraudulent signing of paperwork. Their excuse for the reason of it was the guy signing didn't have time to read any of it.
Can I interject? They actually have a machine that will
Hence the phrase robo-sign.
Yep. Robo-sign.
Who should say? There's a lawyer in Delaware that actually has papers, just multiple paperwork for a foreclosure process and for a single foreclosure, and each paper has the same name, but the signature is completely different on each one. So, they've even foreclosed on people's homes who don't even have mortgages with them. That goes along with the whole scenario of MERS, which is the electronic register for mortgages. It just proves that you don't actually know who has your mortgage. People who even own their houses have gone into foreclosure with them because they thought they owned them.
And got away.
Yeah.
They've actually foreclosed on houses that they won't even own. People are like, this is my house.
New York has filed 2 lawsuits on them on behalf of the pension fund, and they had to settle for $624 million.
Brandy, if I could get together with you guys too, I'm sorry, later on, if I could copy that stuff, because that was a great sign material. Awesome sign material.
And the Attorney General in Arizona is currently investigating them for fraud as well. And we're not completely sure of the information of this one, but it's funny. We're assuming it's due to robo-signing. But we read somewhere that Bank of America has basically attempted to sue themselves 11 times since March. We assume that's because paperwork has been wrongly filed, and they were the ones who both the defendant and the plaintiff. So.
Meanwhile, they still give their CEOs bonuses.
How much is their bonus? You know that one, don't you?
I don't know.
So I don't have too much information. I need to get more, so that's what I have.
I think their derivatives exposure is somewhere in like 70 trillion, and if you're not familiar with derivatives, it's basically debt, securitized debt that they own and people are investing in, which means they're completely insolvent because I mean, I don't know if it's 40 or 70 trillion dollars in worth of debt that they have on their balance sheet, which is astronomically higher than any money that they're taking, any income that they have. So they as well as so many other banks are completely insolvent.
Fundamentally,
yes.
They can't. The system that they think is going to work for them has no sustainable meaning. Like it has to end.
Yeah.
And the way that they're taking their time because they're able to sort of rip us off through like what you went through. Like they're able to make money off of taking over. But also they make bad deals like Wells Fargo made with the credit swap deals. And they'll find a way to pay off. Some of them even pay off the bailout. They got the money that they were lended, but they'll find a way to pay that off by stealing from us. You know, they're able to sort of siphon it off public monies and then transfer it over and say, oh wow, look at us, we actually, the bailout actually worked, and then the politicians that they put in place are able to say, like, look, the great job we did, we saved this industry. It's like, yeah, but you totally took all the money that goes to food stamps and to welfare and to public schools and to pay public employees that we need, like nurses. And they just stripped them off. They just laid them off and took the money away. But it makes it look good.
Another thing I just wanted to say, we usually have a card with a lot of information, but they've since been lost. But we're working on getting more and new ones. They're called OccuCard. There's 10 of them, and one of them is specifically for Goldman Sachs. And while I can't specifically remember everything that was written on it, one of the main key things that I saw is Goldman Sachs actually, in my own terminology, hoards things like rice, wheat, just so that they can basically bid or just trade stocks on them to raise the prices. So they're basically starving countries just to make money. And they're in this building.
Yay.
And that's the same with, now I know diamonds really aren't, but the diamond industry is controlled by one family called the De Beers family. Now let's say him and I were digging in our backyard and we found some diamonds. De Beers would come in and they would try to say, listen, we want to buy that diamond right here. We decide, nah, you know what, we're not going to sell. We're going to get into the diamond industry ourselves. They would hostile take that diamond right there. You know what I mean? I know it's not as important as food and feeding, but it just goes to show how, you know, they do the same thing. They control the quality, the distribution. Diamonds are as plentiful as the livelihood, but because this family controls it,
It's an artificial market.
right, and it is. It's an artificial market. But here's my question. Bank of America is so interested in our credit score when we go to them for something. I wonder what their credit score is.
Probably pretty lousy.
Their stock is worth $8 right now. It used to be in the triple digits. Worth $8. Company's worthless.
We need to make a people.
But if you read their press release, if you follow them on Twitter, there's all this great news.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're doing great.
LPR.
We should do something silly about that. Buy a few of their stocks. $8. Come on, I will buy one.
I have $8.
I will buy
That would be pretty funny if we did that. If Occupy bought one Bank of America stock for $2.
We can do that. But hold on. They have meetings for their shareholders. Yeah. We'll try to get you.
I'm
Meeting is in
They did, you know when? They did that out in Pittsburgh. They bought me and my Mellon stock.
You need to purchase one.
And they had about 30 people in there because they have a very low, they have a low threshold. Like it's like 5 stocks. It's really low. So 30 people went in, 30 community activists from Occupy and other groups went in, and they actually just started berating them with questions, all this information, yelling at them, screaming at them. They were getting thrown out. At the same time, though, there were people that were shareholders within that, major shareholders in that corporation where, you know, pearls and diamonds and shit going, you know,
Thinking about it.
thinking about it, but they were starting to question. They were saying, you know what? These are issues that I've had and that I've raised in the past as a shareholder, and like I've said this for years, and you've never listened, so it's time for you to listen. Like I say,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
So like even shareholders within these corporations now through these tactics are starting to question and having to face up to like the reality that they're not.
Well, they're used to the company giving them all these great reports and lying to them and saying your money is working for you. We're giving you the interest back. And they think that they're doing good for the community because they wrap it in this thing, well, we have this philanthropy wing of our bank, and we get to go and give Meals on Wheels or some other thing that like does good for the community. So like you'll have people that call themselves sort of like progressives even, or liberals that think, oh, I'm doing good, I'm investing in this bank, we're doing great for the community. And really, that's the wing of their PR element. It's like Bill Gates. Oh, Bill Gates spent so much money on philanthropy and charity. And it's like, yeah, and everybody fucking kisses his ass because of it. And nobody's going to question what a dirty capitalist he is. You know what I mean? Because he basically spent all that money on his advertising wing, which is charity. You know, it gets to make him look good, right? So they can
And that's all. And somehow whatever dollar he puts out in charity, he winds up getting some kind of impact in the long run.
Right, it's you destroy with the one hand and you build with the other.
So the Philadelphia Stock Exchange is actually the first organized stock exchange in the nation.
Right. Go Philly.
All started right here. There's an article that Marshall James Kavanaugh wrote last November on Occupy Philly Media. I never even read. I didn't realize. You guys want to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's odd.
So it says it was in 1790. Very crafty, wealthy business owners gathered in tea rooms and taverns, discussing the fundamentals of trade. These ideas eventually founded the United States' first stock exchange in Philadelphia. Unsurprisingly, the founding of the stock exchange drew criticism from many notable figures of the era, including founding fathers such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, who were wealthy farm landowners at the time. Imagine that. Wealthy men who gained their wealth through the direction of hard labor and actual skill-based careers being upset by the ideas of stocks and speculation and intangible money markets. The dialogue of Main Street versus Wall Street extends back into history all the way back to the beginning. It's hard to imagine Philadelphia as being the money center of the continent, but at one point this institution was where the 1% made money of investments in the industrialization of America, the war debts of the Civil War, construction, transportation, infrastructure, and other avenues of profiteering. Sometime around the turn of the century, business moved out into the suburbs, and Philadelphia's financial district sunk. The current Philadelphia Stock Exchange appears much from the outside to be much less of a foe compared to its constituents up in Wall Street. It could be dangerous to ignore. It was recently in 2008 bought by a New York company you may know called NASDAQ, OMX Group, which owns NASDAQ, the second largest stock exchange by market capitalization in the world, second only to the New York Stock Exchange. In some circles, the Philadelphia Stock Exchange is considered a sixth-borough institution, which considering its CEO, Eric W. Knoll, has commuted from Manhattan for over a decade. Even if Philadelphia Stock Exchange is not much unlike most corporations that exist within city limits, it only represents a small satellite of the much larger institution. It is still a part of the problem that led us down this road. Also, does it not strike you as odd that we as Philadelphians don't even know our own historic stock exchange? When we first started in this movement in Philadelphia, it seemed like we didn't know where to protest this, since corporations left this city a long time ago. Well, now it would appear that we have somewhere to go. Wall Street has quietly snuck in and occupied an institution within our city limits. When are we going to occupy and take it?
I've never read this article.
Right now.
This was 6 months ago.
Here we
Telling
are.
of the future.
Here we are.
Right now.
How funny is that? I don't even know Marshall. Does anybody know Marshall? Marshall James Kavanaugh.
That was on Occupy Philly Media?
Yeah.
How about that?
That's one of the oldest articles. That is awesome. And I found that by Googling Occupy Philly Stock Exchange.
Really?
Yeah.
We got anything?
See what,
Is it like the first or second hit?
yeah. That was November 25th, 2011.
Wow.
So it was like 2 weeks before.
OccupyPhillyMedia.org. That was on.
2 weeks before the eviction.
.com or .org? .org?
OccupyPhillyMedia.org.
Okay.
Wow.
Go look that up, people.
Wasn't it?
I'm
What was the date on that? That was written 5 days before we got evicted.
right.
Pathetic.
Someone's psychic.
I believe that was supposed to be that.
So here we are.
Here we are.
Isn't that great?
I think we need to